Hey, how's it going? I This one's gonna be about a heaven dream, an experience I had with the Northern Lights with my mother, and a kinesis, a experience that happened with psychokinesis. I like did psychokinesis. This There was like a loony sitting on my nightstand, and I was thinking like some pretty intense thoughts. They were we'll go through the thoughts at the end, but that loony like flew off my nightstand when I did a certain when my thought patterns were a certain way. It was pretty crazy, but we'll start with the heaven dream. A description of what my heaven dream was about. It's the last heaven dream I had, where I actually got to see like parts of heaven and stuff. But what happened in the heaven dream was I was shown a place that God's been preparing for me in heaven, and I didn't know that it said that in the Bible. Like I didn't know. I just got the dream, and then I found out that it said God's preparing a place for you in heaven. I found that out after I got the dream. It was like after. That's what makes it so remarkable, right? But I've always it's kind of like the first place I owned. It's like a trailer because I wanted something small, but it's like a real nice trailer. But I always like one of my goals when I was like in my 20s. I was gonna save up for like a small house with like the nicest siding that money could buy, right? Because I just wanted like real nice siding, like a small place with like really nice like finish, the interior finish. So, and then my favorite place that I owned was like actually the first place I bought, and then that's the place that was done up with this remarkable interior. Because I was thinking, I thought like always in the back of my head, I've always been thinking like I like that place the most out of all the places I've ever owned, right? So, obviously, God must have heard my thoughts and redid that one because it looks like really nice. But it was like done up. It was done like pure white. The interior finish was like pure white. Because I don't like big houses. I don't like big houses. I just like small like nice places, right? But it's like this. There's like edging. I mean, this is like the this was like all white, like, and then it was spaced like this. I'll show you how it was. It was so beautiful. Okay, this was like, okay, so this between here was like 2 to 3 feet. So it was 2 to 3 feet between here, and then what the, and then the roof, and then the roof had like golden fixtures, or the ceiling had like golden fixtures. So the ceiling was gold. The fixtures in the ceiling and the walls and shit were solid gold. It looked like real gold. But the this paneling here was like 2 to 3 feet, and then they had like little 2 inch edging things here, and this part right here, these parts right here, they looked like they were like pearl, like a real nice pearl. Like it had like a lot of like depth to it, and it had like a gloss over it, like a really like it was shiny, but it like it was like such. it looked like so nice, and these ones like were like as white as like ivory, like a solid, like more like a solid like white. These ones were like hardcore pearlized, real nice. It looked like they were actually like hard material, like real pearl. Like, but it even looked like better than like the best pearl you could see. Like, hold on, let's see. Nicest white pearl. Let's see. Yeah, it looked like this kind of thing. See, like it looked like this, but it had like a little bit more depth than this. It was glossy like that, like this pearl right here. It was glossy like that, but it had like a lot of depth to it. Like it's like it's like it wasn't like a piece of siding. You know, it looked like it was like a solid piece of like pearl. It's like really nice. And then this was like these 2 3 foot sections were all pearl, like a nice pearl, like the nicest pearl you can think of. It kind of like looked like it was you know how like when gasoline spills on the ground and it has like that color to it. It kind of had like a little bit of like that kind of effect, like gasoline on the ground kind of thing. It just looked like incredibly beautiful. It was like they were the nice. It was the nicest interior finish I've ever seen. So I got to see the boot room, like where you come in, like the where you like take off your coat and shit, like the coat room or whatever. The porch. It was like real nice. It was all done up with this white, and then like these pieces of stripping here, they were all like solid white. They still had gloss on them, but they were like solid white, like ivory or something. But they were, I know they weren't ivory. They were something else, but it looked like polished, like a polished ivory or something. But I know it wasn't, because I don't think God would do like bones or whatever, right? So, but it looked like it was like, kind of like that color. So I had like the pearl, but it looked like so nice with the combo with all this together. It looks like so nice. It looks like so nice. It's like nicer than anything I've ever seen. So I got to see the porch. I got to see the wall in the living room. I also got to see the hallway, and I got to see my room. The room had like I think it was like a solid gold like fan. It had like a fan. I think so. It was like a fan or a fixture of some other sort or something, but it was all done up with this like white pearl stuff, and it looked like really nice, and it had like a patio door in the back, or it could have been a window because I just seen like the light coming through. And then I seen like the light coming through, and it was shining on the ground in the room. And then I seen like the solid gold fixtures in the room. That's where I seen the fixtures. I don't know if it was a patio door or just a big window. It didn't show me that side of the wall. It just showed me like the looking in through the entrance or whatever, right? Then at the end, I was outside, out in the front of the house. Everything was like bright. I couldn't see anywhere else around me. I could just see like the side of like my house. And then I heard like this voice. I couldn't see anything, but it was like off the screen. It would be like it was like over here. And then I was like here, standing off in the front of the house. So the voice was coming from here, and I was standing here, and I was looking this way at the voice. I didn't like see the voice, but the voice said like I'll see you in the end. I'll see you like in the end, he said. So I assumed it was God for like the final judgment or whatever, right? So he showed me the house, said he'll see me in the end. So I think that means like he's gonna, for the judgment or whatever, to see if I get my house or not and go to heaven. So that's that story. It was really, like, really beautiful. It was such a nice place. I think he gave me a small place because he knows I don't like the big houses. I think they're dumb. But he knew I wanted like the best interior finish and like that that any that anywhere could offer. So like he knew that. And the last time I thought that thought was like probably like 10 like 13 years ago or something. It's like 13 years ago the last time I thought that thought before I had this dream. Like he knew that I wanted a small place with the best interior finish. So it didn't show me the kitchen, didn't show me the living room, didn't show me the washrooms. It didn't show me those. So I don't think maybe there could be a possibility that you don't eat in heaven. There could be a possibility you don't eat, and there could be a possibility you don't go to the washroom. So there's no washroom, no eating. That or the reason why I never showed it was because I don't have like a wife yet or something. I don't know. So I couldn't like be with. So like it's like not like it hasn't been like developed yet because like there's no woman in my life yet, maybe, or something. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe, I just don't know. Just didn't show the living room. It only showed the living room wall. Didn't show the living room setup. Didn't show the washrooms. Didn't show the kitchens or the kitchen. But it's really beautiful. But anyways, there's another experience happened. Me and my mother were. Oh, I was like listening to these 5 songs. I'll show you these 5 songs. I was listening to these 5 songs for like the whole day. Like I was like trying to like learn these songs. Like I liked them so much. And it was the song here, Rare Breed, It's Okay, Stained Glass Windows, Direction, Only God Knows, and Come Back Home. And then this one, Faithful to Your Promise, all by Rare Breed. So I listened to like these 5 songs. There was one additional one, but I don't listen to that one anymore. But I was listening to these songs over and over all day. I went out to the lake, reflected on the songs, listened to the songs. Then when I came back home, I was like drinking some near beers, like 0% alcohol beers, because I don't drink anymore. And I was like singing to these songs, trying to like learn them, right? I've mastered them all now, but I was pretty good at singing some of the parts of them at the time. But I was sitting in my driveway, and then my mom came out. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning or something. And then she like started talking to me through the window because I had the windows rolled down. And she like looked up at the sky and she said like the northern lights were like moving to the music, right? Like they were like dancing to the music. So I was like, because I was like singing at this time, right? So I was like, so I like peeked my head out like to the side or whatever, right? And I looked up. And the lights were like they were like this, but they were fading in and out to the beat. Like the light itself was like moving, like fading in and out to the beat. And then you see this like it had like they were green, and then it had like these little, you know how I see like these little curves in these in it. These curves were like they were like twisting to the beat. They would twist a little bit and they'd stop and then they'd go back, and then they were moving to the beat, so it was fading in and out, and it was those curves were like moving to the beat. They were like moving to the beat. And then like the whole thing itself was like shifting a little bit to the beat too, and then it was all like perfectly synchronized. Like it had like a 0-second lag time. So I like just kept singing, and my mom was like, it's like she was like shocked at it. Right? She's never seen that before. I've never seen it before. I've heard of people saying like these have danced to the music before. I've heard people said that to me, and after I told them that, they said, "Yeah, it's happened to them before too, right?" So I was like, "Well, there has to be a video of it." I went through like 100 of these videos, like just hundreds of these videos. I went through articles and I couldn't find like nobody has video footage of that actually happening. It's like the video footage like doesn't exist. It's just all like it's all just like recordings of the Northern Lights with like over like a video edited with a song over top. It only has a song over top. None of it has this like live real time recording of music interacting with the Northern Lights. It just doesn't exist. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a video of it. But like I said, people have said that it happened to them. But I think that's God like interacting with you. I think I think that's God interacting with you because the distance of the Northern Lights, the green ones, because mine were green. It says 60 miles minimum 60 to 100, 60 miles to 100 kilometers, right? Because 60 miles is 100 kilometers, right? So it's either 60 miles or 100 kilometers. It's the minimum height. Um, Green Northern Lights can be in the sky, right? Like they're only higher they're only higher than like 100 kilometers, apparently. And then like when the Northern Lights were over my car, it looked like it was It would look like it was like flowing down my driveway almost, and it was like channeling over my car almost. Like if it was like focused in on my car. It looked like it was all just like kind of like flowing from like a far area and then like going like towards my car. It was just I don't know, just it was just like it was really magical or whatever, right? But so yeah, 60 miles is the minimum. And then I looked up the speed of sound. So 100 kilometers, and then the speed of sound is around 1,200 kilometers. Right? So it would have to take like, I don't know, like 10 minutes. It would be like 10 minutes, wouldn't it? At 100 kilometers, it would take 10 minutes for a sound wave to reach there. If it was even loud enough to reach there to start with, which it probably isn't. Which it probably wasn't. Because I can like turn the music on in my car and I can't even hear it down the driveway, let alone 100 kilometers away. I can't even hear it on the other side of my driveway. So to claim that the music in my car was traveling 100 kilometers and the lag time in the music was like 0 seconds. It was like perfectly. It was like 0 second lag time. It would have to take like 10 minutes or whatever, 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes. It'd have to take 5 minutes for the sound to travel to the minimum height of a green Northern Light. But mine was like synchronized perfectly. That's why I think it was like actually God. So, and then so there's that story. We had like the magical Northern Light stuff, but the video evidence of it doesn't exist. Like we should, next time something like this happens, I'm getting my camera out and I'm recording, cause like there was like this. I did actually want out of like one of all these I recorded. I was with my friend and we actually like recorded some of it, and that was the locust swarm. They're called like mayflies, but I'm gonna do a whole new episode on that, or a different episode on that later on. But I broke a commandment, and then like 10 seconds later, this fucking locust swarm was like following us around for like probably like 45 minutes. It was pretty crazy. We got video of all the bugs and stuff. So, but yeah, it was super crazy. It took me like probably like 6 hours to realize it was because I had put on a stolen rosary. Broke a commandment. Like my buddy stole a rosary from his grandma and gave it to me. And then when I put the rosary on, like 10 seconds later, the locust swarm that I've never seen in my life up here where I live. I've never seen it before in my life. The locust storm happened 10 seconds later. It was crazy. And then I got a bunch of evidence and stuff. So, but that's in a different episode. But I'll just keep this one short. I was going to do my psychokinesis, but I'll just do these two right today because people don't watch the long videos, I guess. But so I'm going to like condense them down and just do like 2 little sections at a time, I guess. So, but there's like 6 or 7 more episodes left of like a lot more stuff. But anyways, psychokinesis, yeah, that'll probably be the next one. I'll cover the psychokinesis experience because it's going to take a long time, a lot of talking. But yeah, there's the two. There's 2 of my last divine things that happened, and then I explain to you the locust swarm. But I'll go through all the evidence and stuff with you in another video. But this is all I got for you right now. Well, this is all I'm doing for you right now. I'm glad I like channeled enough energy to do this today. But all right, thanks for watching. There's like lots more coming. See you later.